New day, new drama in South Africa. According to new reports, Presley Chweneyagae's son collapsed during burial ceremony as he couldn't bear the pains of seeing his father's dead body. Please like this video so that you will not miss out on any information. A poignant and heart-wrenching moment unfolded at the memorial service of South African actor Presley Chweneyagae when his teenage son collapsed in distress as the weight of seeing his father's lifeless body became too much to bear. The incident shocked attendees and brought many to tears, laying bare the deeply personal pain of a young man mourning a father revered not only by him, but by an entire nation. Presley Chweneyagae, who rose to international prominence for his powerful performance in the Oscar-winning film Tsotsi, passed away suddenly, leaving behind a legacy that touched every corner of South Africa's cultural and artistic landscape. While the country mourned a national treasure, his son mourned a hero, a father, and a guiding force, a loss that proved physically and emotionally overwhelming. The memorial service, held at a cultural center in Johannesburg, was a blend of deep sorrow and reverence. The venue was transformed into a shrine of remembrance, with large framed photos of Presley from different chapters of his career adorning the walls. Some showed his youthful energy from his early roles, while others reflected the seasoned artist and father he had become. Hundreds of people filled the hall, including family, friends, fellow actors, political figures, fans, and community leaders. Presley's contribution to the arts was lauded in emotional speeches, song tributes, and poetic readings. The atmosphere was respectful, yet thick with grief, a collective heartbreak for a man whose life had inspired so many. But despite the tributes and applause that echoed through the room, the deepest sorrow lay in the heart of his only son, who had remained composed through much of the ceremony, until the moment that changed everything. As Presley's casket was brought into the hall, covered with a ceremonial cloth symbolizing his cultural heritage and surrounded by white lilies, attendees rose in silent reverence. But for his son, it was the moment when the finality of loss came crashing down. According to eyewitnesses, the boy, dressed in traditional black mourning attire, had been visibly struggling to hold back his emotions. When he caught sight of the casket, his legs gave way beneath him. With his face contorted in anguish, he collapsed to the floor. Family members, paramedics, and close friends immediately rushed to his side. He was shaking and whispering, "This can't be my father," one witness said. It was beyond sadness. It was pure heartbreak. The service paused for several minutes as he received medical attention. Those present were visibly shaken. Some broke down in tears. Others clasped hands or prayed quietly. It was a moment that captured the raw truth of mourning. A son facing the unbearable reality that his father was truly gone. Although Presley kept his family life private, those close to him often spoke about the incredibly close relationship he shared with his son. More than just a father, Presley was a mentor, protector, and role model. He had big dreams for his child, and had spoken about involving him in community outreach projects that focused on arts education and youth development. He wanted his son to be proud of who he was and where he came from, said a family friend. They were planning to travel together on a cultural tour next year. He was grooming him to carry the torch. That torch now seems heavier than ever, passed to a young man not yet ready for the burden. But within the pain lies a deep sense of love, the kind that lasts even when life ends. News of the son's emotional collapse spread quickly. Social media was flooded with tributes and heartfelt messages. While fans and colleagues mourned Presley, a large portion of the country focused on showing compassion to the grieving boy. Hashtags such as hashtag Presley Remembered and hashtag Support His Son began trending on platforms like X, formerly Twitter, and Instagram, as South Africans from all walks of life sent messages of encouragement, prayers, and comfort. Mental health advocates also stepped in, urging the public to recognize the psychological trauma of losing a parent at a young age, especially in such a public and emotionally charged setting. What we witnessed wasn't weakness or drama. It was an involuntary human response to deep trauma, said a Johannesburg-based trauma counselor. Grief in children and teenagers can express itself physically. It's vital we surround them with support, not pressure. Following the incident, The Chweneyagae family released a brief statement confirming the son was now physically stable and resting with close relatives. They asked for privacy and time as they navigate this unimaginable grief, especially for the younger members of the family. Presley gave everything to his family and his community. The statement read, "As we mourn, we honor the dreams he held for his son and the future he envisioned for young people across South Africa." Plans are underway to launch a foundation in Presley's name, focusing on empowering disadvantaged youth through arts, culture, and mentorship, a cause he was deeply passionate about.